available with us as a speaker today. If you want to learn about OutSystem, especially about ODC, which is the new platform we have, you can check out the OutSystems portal training section, where you have now you can get free access of OutSystems ODC cloud. You can check ODC mentor, you can check agent AI agent builder there, right? So what you have to do, you just have to open any training, ODC training, and click on this start free access, fill a quick form, and then you will get the access for 10 days. If you want to learn it from an expert, right, expert trainer, you can sign up for ODC training as well. OutSystems provide free of cost 10 days instructor-led training, and you can ask your questions to the instructor trainer, and you will also get free OutSystems voucher to do a certification as well. Okay, so this is also a depth school. So it happens for ODC associate. OutSystems is also planning it for architecture O11. So if you are interested, if you are already you have associate reactive certification, and you want to do base architecture certification, you can also check out the depth school for that, which will be happening soon. If you are a part of OutSystems community already and you want to contribute to the research program, I recently have seen it in the forums. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. There they have added a discussion where you have to just fill some feedback related to the logs of ODC, monitoring and log section, and you can get a chance to win the, say, $25 something voucher, or say Amazon coupon. So I'll share the link on the chat, so you can also fill your feedback, and you can also win that coupon. So if you're new to Pune User Group, we are the organizer of the Pune User Group, Khiza Sheikh, Neha Sheikh, and me, Shubham Sharma. Okay, yeah, but this is not just single Pune User Group. We have Chennai User Group with us as well, Bangalore User Group. So from Chennai, we have Krishnambil, we have Hati Mary, and we have Kirtana with us. From it will be here event host. So from Bangalore, we have Sri Lakshmi with us. So thank you so much, and Bangalore, for joining us for this series. For this event, we are the moderators, Neha Sheikh and me, Shubham Sharma. I guess you know about us a little bit, so I'm skipping that part. But yeah, we have our speaker, our primary speaker, Nuno Reis, who has already done couple of sessions in Indian user groups, who has been an active contributor in the hackathons, guiding teams in the hackathon. He's like 10-time MVP as well. So he's a legend in OutSystems community, and surely you know him. That's why you have joined this session. But we have other people as well. We have Code for Change team with us, and I would like to thank everyone from the team to join for this event or for session, and helping other teams, let's say, guiding them in this hackathon. So that uh, from my side, and I can see a lot of people have joined already. Yeah, I just want to pass over to Nuno now.
Sure. Thank you. Okay, so let me find the right window to share. Yeah. No, I was sharing your own faces, not the ideal one. Okay. Nice. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for attending this session. I have to thank also Shubham for inviting me again. I think you liked the first time. So the goal is to speak on how to be at an hackathon. I will share a bit of my history, what I've done, what I'm doing now, and then give all my advices and share the experience of a team that followed my advices last year to say if they work or not. So we can skip the index. You will see it as we move on. So me, I've been working in IT for 20 years, 14 of those in OutSystems. I've been an MVP since the start of the program, and I only competed in 2 hackathons. I got the 4th place at Build for the Future 2023. I got the 1st place at Forgeathon 2024. That one was in Australia. And for the last Build for the Future 2024, I was mentoring 4 teams, including the team that got 5th place and the AWS award. Why am I mentoring instead of competing? Well, like you heard, I'm kind of a legend. I don't need more awards. So if I win, it's nothing special for me. If I lose, it's not good for me. So I'll just stand back and empower other teams to help organizations. This way, instead of helping one association, like I did before, I'm mentoring 4 teams, helping 4 organizations. And instead of increasing my CV, I'm helping 15 people to have a better CV. So I think this reflects the ideals of the hackathon and the goals of the project from the OutSystems perspective. Now, what is an hackathon? The definition is very easy. It's a sprint-like event where you need to create a functional project in a short time. Usually it's 24 hours, maybe 72 hours at most. Most of them, at least originally, they were like LAN parties. You would be at the same building, working around a computer, using the keyboard very fast and breaking some keys in the middle. Well, recently, this has become an online project where you can interact with teams from all over the world and even have teams all over the world. And the time is not that relevant. OutSystems does it as a 1 week long, so you can work and find time to collaborate on this project. So the key part of the hackathon was rapid prototyping and learning. I think you will see it applies here. And the focus is to be a collaborative environment for developers, designers, innovators, people that want to create something beyond what they are told to do at the regular job. Yet it is a competition. So you do it to be better than others, to be better than yourself, to get awards, all of that. The vision of OutSystems is to give organization the power to innovate through software. And they give us OutSystems as a tool to innovate through software. So an hackathon, from the OutSystems perspective, is a place where you are competing, but also innovating and collaborating. You will see that word a lot more than I would expect at a competition. So in hackathons, you still compete for a prize, and we will see a very long list of prizes that OutSystems gives every year. We have the collaborative aspect. So you have a Slack where you can place your questions. You don't need to wait in the forum for half an hour. You go on Slack and you have real-time answers. So the questions are mostly the same. So please read before asking again. But the answer will be there. Now, we are pushing our limits as professionals. Like I said, you are outside your normal job. You need to take new roles and new algorithms and new challenges, new requirements. Everything is new. But also, we are testing the platform. Sometimes OutSystems will launch a new functionality 2 days before the hackathon and say, just use it, see if you can break it. And that's a surprise for everyone, but also an opportunity to be better than the others and prove that you are worth and the risk OutSystems is taking by launching that functionality to you. Finally, you are evolving as a professional, but mostly as a person. You will know new organizations, new causes to help, new problems in society and the world. So you will come out better, I think. Maybe it will be a burden, the pressure of knowing that so many problems are still out there to be fixed, but at least you will see that there are hundreds of people working to fix those problems. So like they say at the conference, we are all winners. Don't think the last place is bad. If you are in last place, it's because you submitted something. You competed, you took the challenge, and you weren't ashamed to show what you've done. You've done something. Now, how does this hackathon works? Build for the Future happens once a year, September. We all know that. Now, going into details. This year will be 15 to 22 of September. It's online again. The teams are still 5 members, and it will be done in ODC with agentic AI. So the goal is to build agents with AI. Finally, the goal is still to build something in OutSystems, web or mobile, for a non-profit association. So you need to find a cause that needs your help, and you need to solve their problem. You're not doing something new because you want, you're doing it because someone needs it. The main dates you need to memorize is the registration. It's already open. You can do it until September, but don't wait for the last day. You will see why. There's a middle point. So on the 17th, the third day of the competition, you need to send what you are solving, how you are solving, what you need to use. The AI services, it's if you are using Microsoft or AWS, and you have until the 22nd of September, this is Central Europe time, to submit it. Okay. Now, just for competing, for winning, you get a $250 voucher. Each member, not for the team, for the member. So that's a lot. And each participant, so any one of you, will get a community badge, a certification voucher, and karma. If you needed karma, you can also use it. Now, for the organizations you are helping, there's real prizes, so $10,000, $5,000, and $2,500. Also, they will get a free OutSystems ODC license for 1 year. If your organization doesn't get into the top 3, but you have a good project, you can ask for a license. And OutSystems, last year at least, they provided that extra license because your project deserved to be seen and to evolve over that week. Now, how to prepare? That's very easy. When you think of a competition, something you've never done before, you need to find yourself. So, my advice, spend a month alone at high altitude to adapt your breathing. No, I'm just kidding. So, for a marathon, you have to run 42 kilometers. You have to do it in less than 3 hours, and the world record is 2 hours and 1 or 2 minutes. So, you have a big range of times that you can do. For me, finishing a marathon is already a victory. So I may take like 5 hours, but it's still good for me. I wasn't expecting to be able to run the 40 kilometers. For the hackathon, now, to be better at the marathon, to do the 2 hours instead of 3, you need to know the street you are running. Where is it going down, where it's going up? It's a lot down, a lot up. What's the angle? Where can you get water bottles? What's the type of road? So to have the right shoes and so on. If it's wide, and you can run past the others. If it's narrow, you need to wait for others and so on. Is the face in your the sun in your face or behind you? Is it hot? Can you see? All those questions. And finally, you have a team running with you on the sidelines, on support cars, on the radio. You need a team to complete a marathon. So you need a team to complete an hackathon. Okay. The hackathon, in basics, you have a deadline. So you have those 7 days to complete. You need a project and you need a team. If you can have this defined on the first day, you're already ahead of the teams. Now, to be great, to win, to have chances of winning, you need to know who you are helping, how you are helping, how are we using ODC to its full potential, how are we using agentic AI, and finally, does the jury understand what we are doing? Because it may be great for us, but they don't see the impact. They don't understand your problem or your solution, and you get stuck with a great product no one liked because they couldn't understand it. Why do I say need a project and who you are helping? You don't need an organization to compete, but you will need an organization to give the money. So if you don't have an organization, you are solving a generic problem that may help many organizations. That's good. But if you have an organization behind you, they have a real problem with real requirements, and they will get the money. So it's better for the product and it's better for you. Now, in terms of calendar, we are in June, so you can already register, find your team, 5 people, different skills, we'll go through them, and register. Just register as soon as you can. There's also prizes for who registers early. In July, for me, it's the deadline where you find the organization, because you need to talk with them and see how to help them. And if you can have already the project idea and that AWS or Microsoft documentation, it's one less thing to consider in the middle of the project. Because on the third day, you are thinking in the problems you had on the day before. You're not thinking on submitting a document. So define everything at start as soon as possible. If you find organization, you have time to understand their problem. So I'm saying July, so you can have a month to talk with them. In August, if you don't know ODC, do those online courses. Maybe do the certification. Practice. There are sample projects, do your own projects. You have 10 days of free ODC environment. When they are over, you can ask for a new 10-day environment. There are no excuses. You need to know ODC before this starts. Agentic AI, there's a lot of articles about it. I'm linking it here. But you need to practice, of course, because everything will be new. Don't wait for the first day of the competition to understand what you are using. Even if you don't want to pay to use an AI API, at least understand the concept and read examples, have the basic homework done. Finally, you can start ahead by writing the user stories and do the sprint planning. It's only 1 week, so you can say to the people, we have these tasks and we are splitting them this way. When the hackathon starts, you are not discussing who gets what. It's already done. So save your time and anticipate conflicts. Do everything a long time before this starts. When September comes, you just start drag and dropping because everything before is already done. Just drag and drop widgets and actions and so on, and you are doing OutSystems. Sounds good? Well, the faces I'm seeing are Raquel and Philip, so I know what they think about this anticipated planning. I'll just move on.
That's a nice tip, a very helpful tip.
Yeah. You will see why in a while. So, dev team, you will probably think, oh, our team has a tech lead, and for developers, one of them is extra in front end, another is expert in mobile. Everyone knows a bit of backend. Sorry to disappoint you, you don't have 5 people for those roles. You need to have the full team, not just development team, but the full team working on this. You need a product owner, someone for user experience, user interface, front end, architecture, tech lead, backend, and tester. At least 8 roles. So what will happen? What happens in every team that doesn't have enough people? You will focus on someone to explain the problem and decide what's key to do in 1 week. The product owner will have the input. Maybe it's someone from the organization. Maybe it's a developer who knows the organization. So they will be the point of contact. You will need someone to do the front end, and you understand what it means for the other areas on the side. Then you will need tech lead, backend, and tester. And one of each is not possible. So how can we extend this? Well, as always, the person from front end will be UI and UX and everything else. I'm sorry, no team will have someone for this role. That's why some projects look terrible. They don't do this work ahead of time. UX UI can be done before the hackathon starts. So like you set the stories. I'm hearing some background noise. Don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, yeah, it's good
But
now.
the front end developer can be UX UI before the hackathon starts, just to guide the team a bit. Then the tech lead will be the architect. Why? This is not a factory. This is a single project. The question is, do we need 2 applications, 3 applications, maybe a library? But there's not a lot of architecture to be done. So the tech lead needs to take a couple of decisions, but the architecture is not key for an hackathon. Then backend tester, they will share responsibilities probably, or maybe your product owner is not technical and they can be the tester. But you will try to have more backends than the rest because you are integrating with AI. It's not ideal. 5 people is not enough for anything, but it's what we can do in an hackathon. And don't forget, I'm skipping some key roles. It would be great to have a Scrum Master to solve all the conflicts that show up. Mostly, if you are not used to work together, you are not from the same company. You need someone to do a demo of the app for the final video. And you need someone to edit the video that you are sending. Finally, someone needs to have great English to do the voiceover on the video. What usually happens is you find someone that is no longer contributing a lot to the project, and you put them working on the demo and the writing the script for the demo. And who has time will edit the video somehow and submit it on the last minute. It's always something like that. But decide it as soon as possible, because 5 people, a lot of work is shared, and you need to find someone to do it. Even if you don't like it, it's 5 minutes of video and audio. So decide it soon. Finally, to choose a topic. Are you working with a local or a global organization? That's a key question. If it's local, you can go there and make the questions. If it's global, it will be a remote communication. It may take longer if you are in a different time zone. A lot to consider. That's why if you start early, it's easier to get all the feedback that you need. What social issues do you care about? So what will be your topic? You can use the United Nations goals, but there are so many issues around, it's hard to decide. But sometimes the team works better if you all have the same basic goal. You are working to solve the same problem. Now, of those problems, do you have personal experience or some personal contacts that you can get to organization? Because it's faster. If you know someone there, you just ask, do you have any problem you need me solving? Can you book a meeting with someone who has problems? It's faster. And they will know who you are. Otherwise, it's just up, hey, I'm here to help. And they say, great, you can carry the boxes. That's what volunteers do. No, you are doing something different. You are changing their way of work and helping people. Also, you can focus on a domain. Even if you don't have an organization, at least choose a topic for the project. And there are so many causes again. This is the most frequent one: education, healthcare, climate, inequality. But sometimes it's something that happened recently, like there was a flood or an earthquake, something like that, and you will work on that problem. Because it's personal, it happens, it's recent, fresh in your memory. So, any needs or ideas? So, after finding a cause, needs or ideas. So, you know the problem is there, but what will you do? What can you do? Then, what can we do without systems? And maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe you have an idea, but our system is not the right solution. So, you need to find a new problem, or at least a new approach to the problem, and see if it's possible in our systems. Keep repeating until you are comfortable, or to be honest, sometimes it's until time runs out. So you do what you can with the time you have. So start in June, July to find the problem. This will take time. Now, finally, if you want to win, how innovative is this? So Owen will speak about the Innovation Award he won in a month. So is this innovative? Will people see I'm doing something new and unique? And is this good advertisement for OutSystems? No. How big is the impact? Am I helping 100 children in my city, or am I helping 10 million people all over the world? It's different impact. It doesn't matter so much for the award, because everything that works for 100 children here will work for 100 children in every city of the world. So the impact can be scalable. But the thing is, the pressure that you will feel, you are it's good or bad pressure, depends on the individual, but knowing that you are helping a lot of people, it's your motivation, it fuels you to do better, or it can crush you because it's too much. Consider this is not your job, this is something you are doing as a part-time to make things better. So don't let pressure hurt your performance. Now, do we have the skills and resources to build something quickly? That's why I said you need to practice. Study the problem, study the technology, be prepared, be your best self when this starts. And finally, do you really like the topic? Are you excited to work on this? It's just 1 week, but it's the difference between going to sleep at 2 a.m. and going to sleep in a week. Sometimes having some excitement and personal connection with the topic makes you work harder and better. Now, I would like to give the word to someone who has the real experience and that has been following my tips last year for their personal regret, for sure. So, and now pass the word to the team Code for Change.
Thank you so much, Nuno. I appreciate it. And thank you also for your guidance throughout the hackathon last year. It was very, very, very instrumental. So, yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Isaac. I was a team lead for Code for Change. Our team consisted of Raquel, who is on the chat with us, Felipe, who I think is on the chat, and Anjali. So we came together and worked on a project called Sahara, which is a mobile app which was designed to support victims of domestic violence. So basically, it was a tool that made it easier for ladies who are in tricky situations to, number one, know they're in help, and number two, reach out for help. And it also helped with the language barrier, which many people would face in such situations around the world. So we built an app which had a danger threat questionnaire. It also had emergency alerts to people in case you're in a dangerous situation, and AI chat assistants to give you guidance on how to deal with certain situations, to give you the information of close by help and relief organizations, etc., etc. So how we formed the team. The forming of the team actually was a story in itself. I actually I started a while before. I'd be talking to Nuno, and he actually was on like, have you seen this hackathon? It looked like it'll be a great experience. And I was like, cool. And so initially, the first idea was to reach out to people on the Takai platform who did not have teams. So I just looked on the Takai, looked out for people, sent out requests, and that didn't seem to pan out very well. And then so next, it was now looking through LinkedIn. And so now it was looking through my contacts on LinkedIn, because I'd been talking to people in the space on LinkedIn for different various reasons. There was something I was doing called Africans in Our Systems. So there's something so I've been reaching out to different people on LinkedIn. And so out of everyone I reached out to, I think I got one person who was interested. And though, luckily in the end, Nuno came through and he was like, have you filled your team? I was like, not yet. And he was like, I have people who would be interested. And so he was a real asset. He came through and managed to link us all together. So he linked me up with Raquel, Philippe, and Anjali. First, we met on LinkedIn and we talked and we got a general vibe of each other. And we saw that we were all on the same mindset and going the same direction. Then we formed a WhatsApp group. It was a very diverse team. I am from Kenya. Anjali is from India. We had Oxil, who had met on LinkedIn. He was from Mozambique, and both Philippe and Raquel were from Portugal. So it was a very diverse team, which actually really helped because it gave us a more broad view, especially when it came up to figuring out the project we're going to work on, because it was good to have people from could think of a project we got throughout the yeah. So the biggest lesson actually I learned through this is, number one, networks are important and the people you keep around you are important, because Nuno actually came through very strong, and I don't think would have been here if it wasn't for those networks. So I appreciate that. And yeah, so that is how we formed the team. I would like to pass it forward to another one of my teammates, Raquel, as she talks about how we formed the case and the cause. Raquel?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So, good morning. My name is Raquel. Actually, when we formed the team, I was going to take the certification of OutSystems in about a week. So I was not already certified. That was a challenge. The advices that I could give to people who are starting now is start as soon as you can and try to be as organized as you can, because it will take a lot of work. And if you are working with, for example, people around the world like we were doing, you have to connect, you have to have your priorities set straight, and try to organize yourself as much as you can will take so much of a load of work of you that is insane. So when we talk about the project, we decided to do the project regarding violence against women, because it was a cause that was close to our hearts. And we decided to focus here because it was a really big issue on this country, and also because Anjali is from India. But we had to find an NGO in less than 2 weeks, and it was quite challenging. So if you can, try to focus on contacting as much NGOs, serious NGOs, that you can. Also, try to program in OutSystems as much as you can, and try to code in ODC, because I don't know if you are used to code in ODC, but it is a little bit different from 11. So try to code in ODC as much as you can, because we had some obstacles at the end of the project when we had very few time, and we had some issues related with the ODC, and it was hard to overcome them. But it was a really enlightening and rich experience, because I talk from my experience. I was able to work with people from around the world in a cause that is very important and close to my heart. And I grew up so much as a person and as a professional. I really advise you, if you do want to follow this path of our systems, try to do this challenge and try to be as organized and do it with as much time as you can in advance. That is really important. And have a good mentor and a good team. That makes all the difference. So that's it. I don't know if you want to add something, Isaac.
Yes. Thank you very much, Raquel. Yeah, something else that I was thinking about as Nuno was talking, and it has to do with the team, is how, number one, everyone's going to be doing many things. You have to have your finger in many pies, because, like Nuno was mentioning, there's many roles, and there's only 5 of us. And then by the end, it was 4 of us, because one of the team members sadly dropped out. And so one of the things you have to always be ready for is you are going to be doing very many tasks at the same time. For example, I was tech lead, but I also had like three different components I was working on. Raquel was a Scrum Master, but she was also the designer and doing documentation. Philip was working on the translation, but he was also in the testing. So you also have to just be conscious of the fact that, especially the less the time becomes, the more you'll find yourself picking up many different things that you weren't ready for. And you'll just be like, hey, that also needs to be done, and that needs to be done, and that needs to be done. And you'll just be like, okay. And at that time, you have to be ready to push through. Because when it gets to the end, it gets very difficult. And it gets tough to be like, gets tough to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you have like 48 hours left and you're like, oh my God, this bug is hit and I don't know whether we're going to be able to make it. But number one, if you have a really good team, you'll be able to support each other and you'll be able to work through the different challenges you face. And number two, you just have to look at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel and make sure you hit that deadline. Yeah.
Let
So
me
I
say
just
something
actually,
also. Sorry.
yes, yeah.
For me, the big challenge was the time zones and
Yes.
get together all to talk about the developments and the status of the project, and also because of the time zones, and all of us have our regular job. We need, and our family and other occupations, we need to get our time and space to focus in the hackathon through the week. So it was a big challenge. And of course, like Raquel said, to work the first time with the ODC platform is challenging also. So for me, it was that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
No, thank you. Nuno, I think I shared with you the video.
Yes, it's here.
Fantastic. Can you just
Let's see what people who didn't know each other a week before did when they got together.
Okay, do we have audio with it?
I hope.
Yeah, so you have to reshare with audio, and I guess
Okay.
yeah, your speaker was also off.
No,
The video.
I'm trying to find the mouse. Oh, I was being a bit. Share with audio. I think it's this one. I don't know if it has the audio. Let me know.
Can you? Your speaker is mute.
No. Yeah, sorry. It's good.
No.
No. Okay, so let me just.
I think I also have the link. So let me just.
Yes, sure. That's also a good option. Just find it.
Let me share the screen.
Yeah, I'll just.
Audio. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm also sharing it in the chat now.
Okay. Are you guys able to hear? Is it too low?
No, or at least it's very low.
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Violence against women According to data released by the World Health Organization, approximately 1 in 3 women worldwide have experienced physical and/or sexual violence in their lifetime. This type of violence is often perpetrated by current or former intimate partners. In India, violence against women continues to be a major problem regarding human and women's rights, with alarming figures and overwhelming silence regarding this issue and even approval or acceptance of this type of violence. According to the National Crime Records Bureau, there were 428,278 reported cases of crimes against women in the year 2021. Violence inside the home has consistently been the most commonly reported type of violent crime against women in India. This type of violence is mostly recorded under the legal term cruelty by husband or his relatives. According to the National Crime Records Bureau, in 2021, the police received complaints from 137,956 women, an average of 1 complaint every 4 minutes. What sets India apart regarding this topic is the culture of silence and overwhelming acceptance and approval of this type of violence. According to figures from the National Family Health Survey, more than 40% of women and 38% of men told government surveyors that it was okay for a man to hit his wife in some circumstances, such as if she went out without telling him, didn't cook properly, refused sex, neglected the house, or disrespected her in-laws. As a result, most women, even those who are regularly abused, accept violence as their natural fate, remain silent, and do not report it. As a result, domestic violence in India is still massively underreported. The NGO Majlis Law is a team of empowered women that provides social and legal support to women and children victims of domestic and sexual violence. In the home screen, the user can view the community testimonials, access a form to check if she's being a victim of domestic or sexual violence, check information about the impact of Majlis Law in the community, and access a map with the location of the Majlis Law Center. With the help of AI, the app can better understand, firstly, whether the user might be experiencing domestic or sexual violence, and what the main areas of concern are. It will also provide more information about the different areas of concern and which ones might be affecting the victim the most. It also provides information on where the user can find support. The user can also seek help from a chatbot that provides emotional support and information at any time of the day, while maintaining the victim's complete anonymity and confidentiality. In case of emergency, there's an emergency button that, when pressed, sends a text message to a trusted contact defined by the user. This message will inform the emergency contact that the user is in danger and their location. Both the app and the chatbot are available in 4 different languages.
So this is an example on what the video should have. So there is a clear explanation of the problem. What's the impact of that problem in society? How you can solve the main concerns like anonymity, multi-language, so you can help people and they don't feel scared. The emergency contact, because not everything is in the long run. You know, sometimes the emergency needs to be there on that minute. And also at the end, there is a description of the tools used. And the extra was in terms of accessibility. So even if it shows CSS and it wasn't needed, in my opinion, the rest is fundamental for the jury to evaluate an app. So we have this problem. We think this is the solution. We are doing it this way. It has AI. It is available for everyone. You can stay anonymous. You can speak in your language. You can ask for immediate help. You can see where to run to. It is accessible. It uses these tools. So everything was in the video. You have only 5 minutes, so you have to decide what is important or not. I remember that on the Australian hackathon, our project was about accessibility, and we spent almost a minute showing the numbers for Australia in accessibility, and it was incredible. It's over 20% of population having some concerns that weren't covered by the websites at all. So show a problem, show it's real, it's big, and show what you can do to minimize it. So sometimes if you work organization, you can say they've been fighting this problem for 10 years or whatever. They are in 3 cities. Well, share as much detail as you can about what they are doing and how they can do better with your product. I think that may be the only thing that was missing there. Show in the demo everything who you are, of course, because that problem matters to you, and what you are doing. Now, going back to my slides. Do you have more questions for the team? The Q&A is open. You can do it now.
Okay, so if you have any questions for the team, you can ask.
Okay, I can move on, and you leave the
Yeah.
questions for the end also.
Yes.
Okay. So, common issues. This will be almost a summary of everything that's been going on. So, every year I see people have no experience in ODC. They just show up. Hey, I hear there's a competition. What are we doing here? No, they don't know what ODC is. So they will take a week to learn ODC and it's over. They have problems understanding the users. So they haven't studied the problem and the community they are helping, so they can't do anything that is useful. The solution to both problems is to practice. So start as soon as you can, exploring ODC, exploring AI, exploring out systems if you have to, and talk with the community and the organization you are helping. So you only get there with time. Don't wait for the hackathon to do this part. Then every year there are issues with the SMTP configuration, and every year I post a solution on Slack. Yet they will still ask it 2 and 3 times again. So we know it's an issue, it's there, just have an account and it's sending email. It's there, and I don't think there is already official documentation on this because it seems like an easy setup that everyone does at the company, but you are not with the company to support you. You are doing it on your own. You've never configured SMTP before, so read about this in advance probably, and don't forget to read the forum Slack for that. Finally, AI integration. Well, you can read the forum, of course, and the articles, and you can ask on Slack, but you can also attend the user groups where they talk about that. There's been user groups in Portugal, at least Lisbon had one, and Leiria will have one about AI specifically, and you will have in a month also Owen showing his case. So this is very specific for autism, so you can ask others who have done it. But if you are going to ask now. Don't wait for the hackathon, because people who know AI will be at the hackathon, not at the forum answering your questions. It seems obvious, but people forget it. Now, the final ranking will be, you will see 100 teams join the competition, 500 developers. Great, but many teams will not show up. Many team members will not show up. Sometimes the entire team disappears. Many projects will not be submitted because they are ashamed of what they've done, it's not working and whatever. Many projects will not be agentic AI. They will be ODC, but not with AI, because people couldn't make it work or forgot to include it on the stories or whatever, or it's not part of the solution. So after you exclude all of those, you have very good odds. Maybe 40 or 50 teams enter the competition. So don't give up just because everyone is competing. Make sure your team stays until the end. Focus. Sometimes you need to take a break. For instance, on my first hackathon, it was on my birthday, and I said, I'll be out for dinner. And one of my team members, it was her wedding anniversary on the same day, and she was also out for dinner. But before 10 p.m., we were back online and working, because the hackathon was only 1 week, and we can celebrate with family later. The hackathon needs to be on that date. Don't forget to relax, but focus a lot on what's going on the project also. Finally, what gives points? This is from the official Taikai page. First, technical points is the features that you show. So is it working? Is it web? Is it mobile? Is it both? Is it responsive? Is it multi-language? Is it not multi-tenant? But anything you can put, show it on the video. That's why showing the components is good, because the moment you show a component, they understand what you are doing. So you are integrating with this, you are using that, and so on. So they understand it very easily. You don't need to demo every single thing, but just give a general view of what's going on. UX UI, because if it's ugly, no one will want to use it. And right now, the jury is international, so they may have different standards, and the app must be useful and look good to all of them. So don't do it as a last-minute decision. Again, the UX UI you can done now. You can start today defining your style guide, and on the day you know what you are doing. Use of AI and innovation. Again, you need to add AI to your project. I've seen teams last year that have no AI at all. They couldn't even do the connection with the AI engine. So how can you add the useful AI to your app? Not just add AI because you need AI, but just the right AI for your problem. Don't need a lot, to need the right one. And finally, they will not test all the apps, they will check the videos of all the apps. So if your video is not great, you will not reach the stage where they look at your app. This video is the introduction card. So where you say the problem, what we've done, why we think this solution is great, and then the jury, based on what they have seen, they will look into it to see if it's really great. And keep it under 5 minutes, of course. Now, this part is just tips that I will say everyone, and it needs to be on the slide so I don't repeat myself too much. This is your winning experience to get a job. You know, you need a job to get experience, you need experience to get a job. So this is the experience. You'll get to the job interview and say, I did this in 7 days. Here's a video of what I can do in 7 days. I did this to challenge myself to be better, you know, to learn. I did this before having my first job. So this is what I've done without guidance, without a team to support me, or at least not a professional team. Uh, I did this after hours and over the weekend. I went, besides my full-time job, I was doing this as an extra to be better, to evolve, to grow as a professional. I did it for free. They also want people that do it for free. That's what they look when they are hiring. And I did it because it was needed. So that 5-minute video will be the best part of your portfolio. You should try your best to do something that counts. And what sounds even better is that you won. So do your best on the video and on the project. Okay. I also used this slide in one of my user group presentations in March. I'm not sure if it was this one or the one in Porto, but I say this all the time. So do a portfolio as good as you can. And with the hackathon, you have a great opportunity of having free ODC license, free AI keys. Just do everything. Okay. Now, we have room for questions. I see one on the chat. How to practice agentic AI in ODC? Well, the thing is, you don't need to practice a lot. You need to understand how it works, because you can, like before, you just need a key that someone needs to pay to call an AI API. And you get that key, you can practice how to use the API. And agentic AI, I think the issue here is understand what options are out there. So most people use it to read the email or whatever. Just, I have this email, place a task on my calendar for do what the email asks. And that's agentic AI. Good, but is it enough to help an organization? Is it saving lives? Probably not. You need an agentic that does more than that, something that goes into a database and finds what you need. It can be a list of associations that you can run to. It can be a list of places that need help. It can work in multiple ways. The first step for the agentic AI was the chatbot, of course. It's what everyone thinks about. You need someone to talk that gives you the answer. Here, you want someone to work for you. It's a virtual assistant that does the work for you. And the thing is, what do you have? The one I can think of is the association has tasks to do, and there is a distribution between the people with the best profile and more available time to do them. But right now, you need to find the agent that you need. Maybe build your own, and then you think on integrating with ODC when you have the license.
Awesome. So yeah, in the meantime, let me ask a question. So, okay, someone. Okay, yeah. So the project was nice, and it was especially I like the submission part, Isaac and Raquel. So the submission was awesome. So you have covered all the statistics of all the issues that is happening, right? And you have also, as Nuno mentioned, right, what are the components that you have used that have also you have added in the presentation. So it was nice. It is really a nice help for the people this year. So, what is happening with this project? Like, did you make it live?
I guess I can handle that. Sadly, no, the project did not go live. But we were having talks with the organization, but there was a bit of a thing. But the organization themselves loved it, but we did not end up going live.
Okay, so why I asked this question, Isaac, because we also did an like project with an NGO called Snehalaya, which we'll cover in the next session, right? And although we did not won, we also added a lot of AI features within our team, like finding college. So it was a scholarship application,
Yeah.
right? But when we are making that application to production, right, because we don't have those credentials, so they are giving it for the hackathon, right, the AI credentials you can use. But eventually NGOs does not have these subscriptions, right, and they have to pay it. So those like it's a little hard. Then you have what we did, we have to remove all these AI features that we have added, like, and then we were able to move it to production. So I was just,
Oh,
yeah, that was our challenge, which is a real challenge, I believe,
yeah.
in this case.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yes, guys. Others, you have any questions for the Code for Change team or Nuno?
I can also share the not the full video, but a teaser of a different project. This one won the AWS award. It's to find women, to find a community and a job in IT. The introduction is from the founder of the association, and then there's a quick trip on the site just showing functionalities very fast. Um, and it's important because it's an outside voice saying that the project matters. So if the project doesn't move on, it's because the association probably gave up on it, and it's important to show that they are on board with you.
Right. Eventually, like whatever you do on the 7 days, the hackathon, eventually the submission matters, right? How you're submitting, that definitely makes uh, that's matter. So yes, guys, if you have any questions for Nuno and Code for the Change, you can just unmute yourself, ask questions. Okay. Oh, Lord, yeah, yeah. We will cover swag part. Okay. Sure. So Nuno, you can stop sharing your screen. Let me just cover that part now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe some people have joined for swags as well, and yeah, it's exciting. I also want out some swag t-shirts and all. So let me share you how can you win about the swags. But before that, I will request you guys to turn on your video for a minute, okay? So I can take a quick screenshot of you guys, and we have very good count today. So I will request people, yeah, please turn on. So everyone on LinkedIn, we'll share that over LinkedIn. So show that you have attended the session, you are here. So thank you so much, guys. We'll request others as well if you can quickly turn on your video, just for a second. Okay, let me just take it now. Awesome, thank you so much. That's it. Yeah. Now let me just share about swags. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you have seen the LinkedIn post which I have done today morning, you'll also get an idea about it. But this is the image which I have attached in that post. How can you win the swag kits now? It's very simple. You have to join this series in all three sessions. You have already done one fourth of it. You have already joined the first session. So join other two sessions as well. But what extra you have to do to win this circuit is to post about your learning in the session. So whatever you have learned from this session, post about it in the LinkedIn. Include all the organizers of all three user groups: Pune, Chennai, and Bangalore user group. Include OutSystems team. Include the speakers, Code for Change team, and Nuno. So yeah, just include most all the people which you can to get more like and comment. So by end of the series, we will going to give three swag kits, And so whoever will get most like and comment, we will give these sweaters to 3 people. And yeah, this is the challenge. So I'll share the LinkedIn. What you can say? I can share the LinkedIn post that I have done recently about. So you'll find the people you have to include in this post, right? It's simple. Just whoever will get most like and comment will get this swag kit, and it's not just for India. Anyone who is joining from different locations will going to deliver the swag kits to your doorsteps. So it's for everyone. So just join, use this LinkedIn post which I have shared as a sample. Include all the people, mention all the people, especially out systems, and yeah, and you just have to join the rest of the 2 sessions as well. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I hope I answered your question related to the circuits. When to post? Yeah, no, you can post it right after this session. So after every session, you end of the session, you can post about it, and we'll calculate all of all the posts that you have done on the 3 session. We'll calculate the likes and comment, and we'll add. Sorry about the background noise. Okay. Yeah. So especially want to thank, so Nuno is regular, we have him in sessions, but I especially like to thank Isaac, Raquel, and Philip was also here to joining us for this session and sharing your hackathon journey, last year's journey with us. Right, and it was moving, especially the use case really important. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll see what you guys will come up with this time, right? So, yeah. Thank you so much, others, also for joining for this event.
Thank you for having me again.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.